Welcome to episode number 6. It has been 2 months since we last recorded, and last we recorded, Arsenal were not bottling. As of now, the situation is very much completely upside down. Villa's in third, Villa's in somehow contention of the title. The Prem is going crazy. Boxing Day has been done. Welcome to episode 6. Ayush, welcome to episode 6. Akshat, how are both of you doing?
Doing great, doing great. Can't say the same for my club, but yeah, personally doing great.
Yeah,
Akshat, last
I'm a
time I
bit
was
bored
very
over here.
apprehensive about Arsenal. You were not. You had a lot of faith in Kolo Toure. Your faith has borne fruits.
Can you say that again? I'm sorry, lost a
I
little
think
bit of
last
it.
time I was very apprehensive that City will go on to the top. You had
Mm-hmm.
a lot of faith in Kolo Toure. Your
Of
faith
course.
has borne fruits now.
Bro, I'll be like, you have to look at the matches, and whenever the camera cuts to the bench, you can see Pep and Colo and the other guy who's also Pep. All three of
Yeah, Pep
them
Linders.
in close discussion with each other. So it's everybody talks about Pep, but I think he has had a lot of help from the two supporting guys, and they have helped him rebuild the team so fast. Yeah, otherwise, it wouldn't have been done so quickly. And Kolo Toure has, provided that heart, that spirit which is needed, apart from the tactical and the strategic side of the game.
And that's a good segue for game week 18 also. The game against City and Nor Forest. After, I mean, the first half, I could not see City scoring even if something miraculous happened. Forest's defense was solid. And
Mm-hmm.
something Pep Lijnders told Guardiola that basically changed the shape of the attack, which is what Pep Guardiola said after the match. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it does look like the backroom staff is working really hard and has been very beneficial for Pep this season. But any thoughts
Yeah,
on
he has.
Forest? Man, Forest were great. I think they played their heart out.
They have shown a lot of improvement after Sean Dyke has, restarted their engine. They have a really strong midfield. Anderson is playing well, and then you have Gibbs White also, who did not choose to leave this summer. So it's just that the administrative part of the club was under a lot of fire. But when that got sorted out, Sean Dyke has, I think, reached to the players now, and they understand what he wants, and he understand what the players need from him. So I feel they will get out of the bottom three. Yeah, they are already out of the bottom three, as I can see. So yeah, but I feel the relegation battle is going to be fiercely competitive this year.
We'll get on to the relegation battle in a while. But speaking more on Forest, there were few players that were causing a lot of problems to City, specifically Igor Jesus. I think Ruben Diaz was struggling in that match. He was very close to getting a red card also when he pushed Igor Jesus in the second half. I thought that was a clear second yellow, but thank God the referee was a bit lenient at
Hmm.
that moment. But the first chances
Hmm.
Forest got 7 minutes into the game. That should have been a goal. I think Gibbs White should have done better. Maybe Jesus, his head or his feet got in the way and he could not see the ball. Gibbs White. I think
Hmm.
that's maybe the reason why he missed it. But I think this was a game that Forest will be kicking themselves in the head that shit man, this was a game we could have won.
Hmm.
But
This was a
Cherky,
game where
great game
Haaland
again.
was in the pocket of the
Yeah.
opposite defense. Haaland did not influence. Uh, like I feel what Forest had in their mind was that They must have looked at how City was playing in the previous 3 or 4 games, and everything was spearheaded by Haaland. So Sean Dyche especially must have cooked something up and ensured that Haaland could not influence the game. But if you see, a lot of things were different, and even though Haaland was not involved in the game much, we had Nico Gonzalez, Foden, and Cherki doing a lot of things, and Reinders, of course, scoring the opening goal.
Yeah, and Haaland was pretty much, yeah, he could not get involved in the game, but Milenkovic again did a great job. I think two or three chances
And
there
Murillo
were
as
where
well. Yeah.
Haaland, Murillo as well, yeah. Then Murillo and Milenkovic did really well because to keep up with Haaland, a guy, the fucking beast of his height, pretty difficult. But good job done by Foden. Foden had a great game. Cherki again ending up with one assist, one goal. Beautiful, beautiful volley where again questionable sort of corner tactics by Nico Riley. I don't know whether that was a foul or I think Gibbs White was trying to fall there. I don't know. But great fucking volley. Uh, exciting, exciting week. Another great match was Chelsea versus, I think, was it Villa?
Villa.
Yes,
Hmm.
Villa, man. Jesus Christ, how good is this Villa team?
Of course. I mean, there was this one particular statistic about points per million. They calculated points per million pounds, I think, and every team in the top 10 had scored something around one. So 1 point per million pound, and Aston Villa had 17 points per million pound for their season right now. I think they it I don't know what went into the squad this calculation, but it highlights how Unai Emery has been very efficient with his players. He has built a really strong team. I did not see this coming at all. Like in the opening, during the start of the season, they lost their opening 2 or 3 games back to back,
And they didn't
and
score for 6 matches
yeah,
consecutively.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
First 6 matches,
I
yeah.
can
No
quickly
one saw
check
this.
it. What was their start like? So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games without a win, and then they won their first Premier League game in September end. So 28th September they won against Fulham. So they almost went 2 months
And they've been
without
on
a
a
win.
9 game streak, I think, ever since, right? 9 games in the Premier League. Uh, great, great
Um,
defense. And
yep, you're right.
they've been, I think, it's 9 consecutive wins. It's a club
There
record
was
also.
only
No,
one loss
I
in
think they reached 10
November
as well.
against Liverpool.
Oh, it's 10. Okay, I see.
It's 10 now. Yeah.
I think what Emery has done is Villa, I think, is one of the teams that's horrible to play against. They catch you on the counter. They are, I mean, they have players like McGinn who are like, they'll do anything for the badge. They'll get
Yeah, yeah,
after the
yeah.
ball, get into the defense, just run all over. And they have special players like Ollie Watkins who scored twice on Saturday to give Villa that win. And honestly, I would say even Sancho, surprisingly, I did not imagine myself in 2025 saying this. Sancho is playing very well on Saturday against Chelsea as well. I think the Chelsea, the standing going to Stamford Bridge boiled his blood a bit. Maybe that's the reason he played well. But great win for
We
Villa.
can.
This
We should spend a little
sorry,
more
bro.
time about Villa's players. I feel I want to talk about McGinn. I watched him in a couple of games and some of his interviews also. The guy is very chill, likes to joke around, but when he's on the field, he's very, very focused, and he
Yeah.
can also pull the dark arts out of his pocket. Like he will hold you back with his hand and pull the shirt when the ref is not looking, and he's a sneaky guy. He he's like more. Jose Mourinho would love to manage him, I would say that, and that should give you the picture of the guy he is. And then I would also like to highlight Buendia and Malin. These two guys do not
Yeah.
start games. Like Unai Emre has not used them in the starting 11. But these guys come on in the second half and are primarily like trained as super subs. And I feel you guys must be aware that there was a small wave of managers and coaches specializing in super subs, and I feel
Right.
Yeah.
Aston Villa has tapped into it because Malin has scored 4 goals and Buendia has also scored 4 goals, and these are the second highest goal
One of those
scorers
four
after
was a winner
Virgil van
against
Dijk.
Arsenal as well. Very late
Absolutely,
winner against Arsenal.
absolutely.
Yeah. Which was a goal
So
I celebrated a lot. I must
and
confess.
yeah, and they have found goals from all over their team. So the whole midfield is scoring, and Mackie Cash has scored 3 goals, one against City, which City lost. So they and that should have some
And
people
you know,
looking
one player
towards.
that we are missing out, Akshat. What a talent
Mhm.
Morgan Rogers is, man. What a
Bro, okay, I mean,
when he gets the ball and
crazy.
he's on that left side, right? And I
Hmm.
see space in front of him. I was like, okay, this is a goal. He cannot be missing this. He is so good at finishing that far post. Great shot on him. He's so composed when
That,
he goes to the.
yep, that right leg is insane. It he has really strong shooting abilities. Uh, City Academy. He was at
Graduate,
the
yes.
City Academy when he was young.
I mean,
He's
would
still
you,
young, of course.
Ayush, would you say he's now fairly competing for the number 10 spot with Jude Bellingham for the England shirt?
I was
Bro, of
about to
course.
button on with this point that players like Foden, Watkins, and Rogers, these players are probably like getting more out of their performances because to try and get a spot in that Tuchel 11 for the World Cup, which is coming up.
Mhm.
Cameras
And
also, cameras
right
are
now,
very specific about showing Tuchel on the in the match as well. Every match, I'm
yeah.
like, okay, Tuchel, like, ठीक है. They'll make sure 5 बार दिखाएंगे कि oh, Tuchel is here, Tuchel is here.
But yeah, but I feel like that number 10 spot, we shall talk about it before the World Cup. But right now, I would definitely put Rodgers in over Bellingham. But Bellingham has proven himself in the big tournaments, even if you remember his performances in the 2018 World Cup when he was just what 17 years old or like 18 years old. Sorry, not the 2018 World Cup, the 2018 World Cup, ही तो ना when he started for England the first time. 2018 or 22?
Was it
Probably
22?
22. 2020, 22 probably, yeah. So 22 World Cup and then the Euros in 24 Euros. 24 Euros. Right, right. So we'll see, we'll see. And also feel like players like Rogers right now, their positions at their clubs are much more defined, which is helping them. While Bellingham is under a much like a very problematic system under Xavi Alonso right now, wherein one game is playing as an eight, one game is playing as a defensive controller, next game is playing as a box crasher. So nothing is really defined for him, and that too after coming off a 3 month injury. So
Yeah.
Which
it's
might
tough
play
for
a
him.
part in the selection also. Yeah.
So
But
and if media is to be believed, the equation between him and Tuchel isn't that great to begin with.
great as well. Yeah, that is true. Moving on from Villa though, if we're talking about City, we're talking about Villa. Now, with regret, we must talk about Arsenal because they keep fucking winning, man. What the fuck? Every week, I'm like, okay, 2 points left. Arsenal lose this, we win, we are at the top. And always City has a game first, so I'm like, okay, I'm hoping that Arsenal loses the match. Then somehow they fucking win, man. It's like, it seems like they're unstoppable this season, man. And Brighton had good chances, but the problem is David Raya is so good. He just
Yeah, I
won't
saw that save
concede a
from
goal.
David Raya. That was amazing.
That was an amazing save. And Brighton, if Brighton could have equalized at that point, I mean, the game could have been very, very different from what the result was.
But
But going into
good thing
the
that, yeah, sure. Go ahead.
what-
I was going to say that good thing that you did a deep dive on Aston Villa, because don't Aston Villa face Arsenal next game week?
next week, yes,
Yeah,
that is
Tomorrow,
where
day
I'm
after,
hoping that
no, day after tomorrow.
day
day
after
after tomorrow,
tomorrow. So yeah. So that's a huge
where I
game for
hope the
Man City.
superior club in the in London wins. By the way, which is Villa, obviously. No. But talking about Arsenal and Brighton, going into the match, Akshat and I were talking about Brighton's chances because obviously we both want them to lose. Uh, I did discuss this. Brighton's away record this season has been terrible. I don't know what has happened, what is going on at Brighton, whether it's a managerial issue, whether it's something to do with the the dressing room. But there are not a lot of changes in the squad, but Brighton has been very underwhelming this season. I mean, that's one side where I expected them to do better. They've been terrible. And so was the case against Arsenal, even though Arsenal won 2-1, and it was a difficult match for them to win. But a win's a win regardless,
I'll
I
just
guess.
pause you with my horrible ball knowledge right now and ask you if De Zerbi is still their manager.
Deserve is still the manager. Is he? They had a change?
They have this
This is
young
horrible.
guy. Let me tell you his name.
Was it the interim
Fabian
who got became
Hurzler.
the
Fabian
Hurstler? Yes.
Hurzler.
My bad. My bad. My bad.
Yep.
And why did they part with De Zerbi? Any idea?
Systematic changes, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Brighton,
Because
this is the
like I
only
used to
club
hear
where I
good
feel
things about their football under him, so it's a bit surprising.
the thing with Brighton is last season they were great on the break. Now I don't see them scoring goals much on the break, which is a problem. I don't know, maybe it's a problem with how people know that they were going to hit them on the break fast and they are able to recover from that quickly, or maybe they're not going to get into the transition faster. But yeah, I really hoped that they would win against Arsenal and they didn't. And I'm sad that that happened. But looking at the table, Arsenal is with 42, Villa is with 39, City with 40. There is a very, very good chance that we enter 2026 with City on top. How does that make you feel? No, not
Right now, if I
2026.
had
The first
to
week,
bet
City would be
my
on top.
house on someone winning the Premier League, it's Man City by far. Like it's not even close right now.
Okay.
Like
I love that.
it's been kind of low key, and I don't know why people are not talking about it. But you guys have just not been losing for a while now.
Yeah,
And
nine
when
games
Pep,
now, unbeaten.
yeah, and when Pep gets on a streak like this, it's very hard to stop. Then
And one thought that I did have is with regards to this title race between the three teams. This is City pretty much at the not at their best.
Yeah,
City, this
something
is
like
not City's best, and this is Arsenal's best, which makes me wonder how good of a title charge this is from Arsenal. But I mean, this has been done so many times now, dude. मेरे को कभी कभी लगता है आर्सेनल वालों को कभी तो पीटीएसडी होता होगा कि शिट 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 यार
yeah,
जनवरी आ
yeah.
रहा है भाई 2 पॉइंट ही बचे हैं भाई पिछली बार भी यही हुआ था फक because the same thing happened in 23-24. Same thing happened 2022, 2023. The same thing might happen this time. And I think
boys, I
the
will say something along the lines what Varun is talking about. It's all about the team development during the season. When we watch City,
yeah,
we feel the players that they have and the quality of play we are seeing on the field do not match. We feel that these players should be doing better, the gameplay should be better, but it isn't. So we feel that they are not at their best, they can do better. What we see from Arsenal is that the players that they have on the pitch and the play that they're doing, it is expected to be at that level. So in the coming months, everybody is, including me, is hoping that City will get better, will hit their fifth gear ultimately. But that depends how we go through this transfer window. And when I say we, I say the whole Premier League, because Arsenal may or may not add in some players, may not change, decide how they will develop themselves through these coming months. Because right now, none of the teams are going to stay as they are in the coming months. Football,
That's a good point,
especially.
and I know, you know what? On that point, I think Aston Villa might spend a lot this transfer window because they didn't spend a lot in the summer transfer window, and they were
Yeah,
in the end of days they were struggling to get someone in. They got Jadon Sancho because of that. So I think
I
they
mean,
might.
yes, yes. The teams that will get a good position by the end of the season will be the teams that get their players fit again, whoever they have on their injury list, and add new players, because English Premier League is so competitive, and it is so taxing on the players, given they have two domestic cups and games during Christmas and New Year. So that plays a lot of importance onto the transfer window. And I think Ayush can enjoy the fact that Real Madrid is not playing, and a lot of German teams are also not playing during this New Year time, and they get to rest and recharge, and that helps them in UCL for sure.
Which is also a reason why they don't generate as much revenue. But yeah, if they
पैसा
maybe
है तो
did like
बड़ी
a
बड़ी
Christmas thing,
बड़ी बात.
One point I want to add on to this is like you guys, I'm like it's a question for you guys, is that how is AFCON gonna affect the title race in the Premier League?
the title race I would not imagine has been affected a lot because Arsenal, City, and Villa don't utilize a lot of African players who are currently playing in AFCON. If they are,
Bro,
they may be
this,
squad rotation players.
I would say don't miss out on Chelsea right now. It's a very long season and they are still in contention. So,
Chelsea
and
could be well within contention, yes.
and as
For the
I'm
title?
checking the table, Liverpool is above Chelsea right now after 18 games.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And United are probably level on points then with them.
With Chelsea, yes,
United, I
29.
think,
Oh my God. Guys,
yeah.
it is the big six. Big six minus Spurs. It's I can't believe this. I'm watching this. It's the big six together at the top six. And of course, Spurs is not there, but I have not seen
Abhinav
six.
adds a good, Abhinav in the comments had a good point that Liverpool and Chelsea are two down in points. I don't even think it's about the points with Liverpool. I think this season is just not for them. Like, and I'm going back on my words. Like the first episode we shot, I made this prediction that okay, Liverpool might do a double, and it has since
Everybody thought that, man.
flashed down.
Everybody, given their transfers and everything, and how they started the season, everybody was like, "Oh my God, Liverpool have already won it." And that, if you roll back the time to back to August, they were winning games in the last minute, and everything was looking rainbows and sunshine for them.
Which is where I
So a
think I
lot has.
redeemed myself because I think I put a curse on them. One of the episodes I said, okay, they have to win, like lose at least one of the three next game. And ever since they've been losing.
They've
So,
Liverpool hate watch success.
but Woods getting his first goal, Wolves are so terrible. Woods got his first goal,
Bro,
which is good, I guess, for him.
Wolves
I'm
have
happy.
2 points, man, right now. What are they doing? What are they
I
doing?
think for Wolves it's done, right? 2 points till January, half of the season has been wrapped up. I think it's done. Wolves, I don't think there's any sort of fairy tale here where they escape. Because even
No,
to
they are
get
getting relegated. They
The
might even
two
hit that
teams,
record that you were talking about of the least points ever.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing that they have to play for now, which is very depressing to
or
see
not play for.
or not play.
Or not.
Okay, dude, we at least we have to get 11 points. Like that's the bar. But we saw this coming, right? Wolves, I think all of us predicted that they might get relegated because they sold a lot of influential players. They sold Ethnori, okay? And ever since their attack has just gone flat. Cunha also left. They didn't get any
Mhm.
replacement. They literally got a player named Wolf with a wolf tattoo at Wolves, which was pretty funny, but it didn't help
Does
their
he
case.
does he turn into a wolf after seeing the full moon?
God, I hope so. I think that's what they need to win a game, like to for him to become a wolf so that the opposition team just gets scared and leaves. That's the only chance Wolves are winning a game this season.
English Bhedia.
But other than Wolves, what do you think? Who gets relegated? I think West Ham. I think we are going to see a giant fall this season, and I think Leeds also might stay up. I think Burnley might go down again,
Yeah,
so it might be
Burnley,
Wolves.
Burnley, yeah,
Yeah. It's not
Burnley
looking
and
good for West
Wolves.
Ham.
Mhm.
It's not looking good for West Ham. It's just
West Ham
even
might
though
have to,
I feel bad for ये क्या नाम है इसका Nuno.
no, no.
I think this was the worst team to come into. He could not have made a worse choice.
Anything can happen, man. I mean, Leeds, Forest, and West Ham. Bournemouth is also there. Any of these four teams, bro. I cannot call it, but Burnley and Wolves for sure are going down. The third team,
Bournemouth, you make a good
we
point.
will find
Honestly,
out
if
in a
Semenyo
couple of months.
leaves in January, then Bournemouth are in trouble. Then their creativity and their output goes down significantly. I think Semenyo has, I think, gotten either a goal or an assist every match. So without him, I think they struggle a lot. I think we've lost Akshat. Hello.
Why is Bournemouth letting him leave in winter?
I think Semenyo wants to leave now. I think what's his age? Semenyo might be 26, 27, right? He did make a statement saying that he wants his future to be decided by 1st of January. And yeah, he is 25 now.
Semenyo
I
is
think
25, and I don't know where he will play when he joins City. He should not join City. I don't see the benefit.
I don't think he should join anyone in England. I think Madrid would be a great option, which is a good segue into La Liga and your depression, Ayush. Your name suggests that you're not too happy with the managerial changes going on in Madrid.
Um, it's a very tough thing being a Madrid fan right now because even if you look at our last season and you look at whatever has happened this season, you wouldn't say that like it's the end of the world or something like that, that we are the next AC Milan or anything like that. It's been a but the it's always been the standards at Madrid as such that 3 games without a win, it's a crisis. And like even as a fan base, we are accustomed to that. Like we should just be winning matches on like even we it never mattered to us what kind of football we are playing. We should just be winning. It like if you noticed during the Ancelotti era, we would be the worst team by miles in a lot of games, but we would still win somehow. But that thing I think has faded away with the back. Like I remember back like, one thing back in 2018 when Cristiano left, I I felt bad, but it was not the same feeling that Barcelona fans had when Messi left, when they where they were like, "Ab kya hoga?" but it was not the same thing for me because I felt like the spine of the team was still there with players like Cruz, Modric, Casemiro, Sergio Ramos, Marcelo, Carval, players like this. I knew with these guys there, we will eventually get some good forwards and we will get back to winning ways, which we did, and we did go on to win two CLs post the Cristiano era. But right now, I feel like there's no established spine in the team. So what happens then is that you will have your moments, your forwards will have their moments, but when the game needs to be controlled, when you need 30 minutes of football with nothing happening, with the ball just being played around in midfield, that is not happening. It is either we are having problems at the back or we are doing something up front. And up front also we have misprofiled players like I remember we played 4-3-3 with Mbappe, Vinicius, and Rodrigo most of last season, which is like you're playing 4-3-3 with three left wingers, natural. So how are you doing that? And I feel like those same problems. So if you look at our games during the Club World Cup when Xavi Alonso initially came in, and you compare
Hmm.
it to the games we started playing at the beginning of this season, you will see a distinct difference because in the Club World Cup we were playing the kind of football Xavi Alonso used to play at Leverkusen, where we were playing 3-4-3, and then we were
Yeah.
playing quick transition passes, one touch football, and then it was working out. Like when we were winning good and it was looking good. So one match it didn't work out against PSG. We got thrashed in the Club World Cup. We went out. So your immediate assumption would be that once the season begins, that would continue. But ever since the season began, we have gotten back to that same 4-4-2 formation with Vinicius and Mbappe up top, which is just not working out for Madrid. And I don't know why Xavi is like stubborn on sticking to that. And
I
it's
mean,
hard in the sense that
do you
it's
think it's
hard to figure
a
out,
do you think it's a
right?
deeper problem that maybe with the way Madrid is run, and I think I said this on the group some days before that the transfer policy is a problematic thing, specifically
And
with Xabi Alonso at the helm. Because do you think that a systematic manager like Xabi or Pep
right,
or someone like Sheikh Fabregas, like they have their own system, right? And they are very adamant on how they're going to play the football. Do you
right.
think these type of managers are not fit for Madrid and maybe more man management style people like Ancelotti and
You
others would be a better
so
fit?
if you look at the past decade, you would be inclined to think that. But as far as I remember, the best season I have seen as a Madrid fan, even though we did not see the win the Champions League that season, was 11-12 Madrid. Like the best football we have played. And we still hold the league record for the most goals scored in one season ever and in a league season. It was 121 under Mourinho, who was a very systematic manager. So I think that's a wrong take that Madrid should not play like cannot play rather system under systematic managers. But it's more a thing of whether the players are willing to adjust to that. So if you're putting players of the caliber of like our front three, and it's not only about profiles even because our front three in 11-12 season was Ronaldo on the left, and then we had Benzema down the middle, and we had Higuain playing right wing. So we had three natural kind of number nines playing as our front three, and it worked
Yeah.
somehow. So I think it has to come to a balance where players put aside their own differences, their own, and just listen to the manager because that's how systematic managers are gonna work. Like if like at Man City, if players don't listen to Pep, that system is not going to work. So it's I think it's the same with Xavi Alonso. Like here, the players need to get out of that Ancelotti kind of system where they would be given much more freedom and just listen to Xavi and whatever he has to implement. Then if it works out, it works out.
Hmm.
If it's not, at the end of the season, no manager at Madrid has ever gone trophyless and not been sacked. So I think Xavi Alonso knows what's there for him. Uh,
I
but it's
really
hard.
liked
But it's
Ayush's
hard.
point about the. Sorry, sorry, sorry.
Yeah, sure. Please go.
Because I was checking when did Luka Modric leave Madrid, and it was this season, like the previous season, right?
Yeah,
So
end of
Luka,
last season. Yeah,
yeah, so Luka leaving left such a huge shoes. Like, how do you replace him? And people do not realize he was the heartbeat of the team. And so, like, some teams usually have a transition period. The best example I can think is Steven Gerrard and Jordan Henderson. Once Gerrard left, Henderson was right there. He was prepped. He understood the team. He understood the play style. He understood how you need to play if you are playing in the Gerrard position. But I don't see that, that kind of training or that kind of mentor apprentice relationship with Luka Modric and anyone else in the Madrid squad.
I
Uh,
think they missed
I,
out because even when Modric was about to leave, there wasn't anyone that Modric could do that for. I mean, as maybe
right.
Guler could have played at number 10 had
I
Luka
feel
had that relationship with
Kamavinga, like if I had to select one, I would have said Kamavinga because I really hate him when he's playing against us. Like whenever he's playing against City, he comes on during the second half and just makes sure that we do not have any control in the midfield. So I thought I haven't watched many Madrid games, but if you ask me, I thought Kamavinga would have been the apprentice to Luka. But
I
then they
absolutely
also have
agree with Akshat.
Tukamini.
I absolutely agree with Akshat on Camavinga on the Camavinga point, and I do believe he's the most technically gifted midfielder that we have in the squad right now. But the issue for which I will cut Xavi some slack also is that since last season we have been dealing with a severe injury crisis as well. I don't know what's going on with the
Hmm.
medical
Hmm.
team at the club. It's like we cannot have something called a gala 11 for a while now. Like we can't, we have like this is a crazy start. We have not played the same 11 in 2 games this season. It's been all different 11s, all different, because injuries, form dip, long term suspensions, nothing has like gone our way like that wise, and it's been all hodgepodge. Like we have had three left backs play in our defensive four during a game. So
yeah.
that's been that. And other than that, the other issue is I would like to show this guy. So this guy, I feel, is the key to our problems. So
Or the
I feel
solution to
like,
our problem.
like his form is the solution to our problems. Like he needs to be like, I feel like it's been long enough, and he has been when Tony Cruz left, he gave him the number 8. And if you go to that Instagram post where Cruz posted about giving the 8 and how no one deserves it more than Fede, I feel like he needs to realize what he means to Madrid, and he needs to, like, he's a bit soft spoken, he's a bit, he doesn't show off that leadership on the field to the other players. He needs to be a bit harder on the other players and on himself. And I think the moment that kind of a spine and a leadership is established back in the team, it's going to help a lot, along with obviously Carvajal coming back. And the defense needs to be sorted out. I still feel like our forwards are good enough to get something out of games, but the
Hmm.
defense, especially the right back position where everyone is injured, like Trent and Carval, they're having like a competition who's gonna play lesser games for us. And
What what
and the thing is,
what did Trent do this season? I haven't followed
so,
at all.
so
What?
Trent has been great. I would say Trent has been great. Every minute he has played, he has been great, I would say. But he has played what, 5 games probably. He has been injured
Full
the rest
games.
of the time. Yeah, 5 full games and probably 20, 30 minutes either other. But other than that, he's been injured. So
That's
he's
just
not
sad, man.
gotten.
Yeah.
But every game he has played almost, as far as I can recall, he has been our like primary chance creator. Like he's a chance creating machine. From that position, when he pings the balls to Vinny and Mbappe, it's just a hack,
Mm-hmm.
but he's
Mm-hmm.
just not been there. Like he's injured all the time. Same for
I do think
Kamavinga as well. He's injured all the time.
Fede's form might be not obviously the only reason that the form is bad. But maybe the reason that that his position is not very defined in Madrid. That's what I feel. He's plugging in
True.
holes every time he's playing. Wherever there is a hole in the midfield, if there is a hole in the number eight position, if there's a hole
Yeah,
in the number six position,
absolutely. Like
if he has to play
even under
right back,
Ancelotti, he used to play right wing. He has
right
played
back,
in
yeah.
midfield. He has played at right back. So you can't blame him as well. So it's like at this moment in Madrid, it's so hard to figure out what is going on and who to blame. It's so hard to figure out. Like कि एक चीज यहाँ
Fede is
change कर
injured
दूंगा
as well.
तो it will. Who's injured?
Fede, it shows he's injured right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
And
my
he got
god.
an
Yeah,
injury
all.
when he was playing football with his son at his house, right? I don't, I could be incorrect, but I saw this video where he fell down at his home, slipped at his home, and he somehow injured himself. And
पोछा
this
लगा
man
था घर
has
में.
calves of steel, by the way. Every time I've seen him play, people keep challenging me. His foot is a fucking steel. It cannot move. But yeah,
When is the
do you
next
see this
Clasico?
fight?
The next potential Clásico, so we have the Spanish Super Cup, which we host in Saudi Arabia every year during mid-season.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so in that, Barcelona are facing Bilbao, and
Mm-hmm.
we are facing Atletico Madrid in the semifinals. So if normally we do win those semifinals, and then it's always a Clásico final. So that is the
Mm-hmm.
next potential Clásico.
I see.
Looking
So if
forward to
I
But
it next January.
I'll just take a segue to speak shortly about Barcelona, who I believe are back on track. Like in at least domestically, they have like even if you don't count domestically, other than the Champions League games against Club Brugge and Chelsea, I still believe on their best day they are the best chance creating team in world football right now. Like that system, it's like chance after chance after chance, and if only they had better forwards, they would be scoring even more than they are scoring right now. So it is kind of scary for a Madrid fan to see that, but it's also exciting. Like it's been a while since Barcelona have imposed themselves in Europe, but I feel like this might be the season where they do something. But then again, when you see games like the Chelsea game, it disheartens you. Ki what went wrong in that game that tum 3-0 khade or 3-1? I don't remember. 3-1 probably. I don't know.
I like the sentence. They are a really nice chance creating machine for both
yeah.
teams on the pitch.
Yeah,
But moving on, like
yeah,
a deeper dive into this thing with Barca and Madrid and in Spanish league in general. I had a very opposite stand this season, Ayush. I feel like we will see at least two teams in the semifinals which are going to be English, and I don't think
at least two,
semifinals
at
may
least two.
either Barca or Madrid reach. I don't see Madrid and Barca reaching semis if this same form
Hmm.
continues. Because
Definite.
what I feel is Barca's high line is very much friendly for English sides because they're very quick on the counter. If you remember the match against Chelsea, Esteva had a
Yeah.
field day. He had a great game
He did.
because Barca's high line gave them a lot of opportunities to create chances. So I think I don't know. I think Barca is great at scoring goals and creating chances, as Akshat said, but their defense is in shambles.
But I
And
also
maybe
like I
rumors
agree
are
with
they're going
your
for Nathan,
point.
by the way.
I agree with your point that they do concede chances, but I also feel like this season, unlike last season, they have Juan Garcia, who is a very good goalkeeper, which they did not have last season, and he has that miracle save making ability, which they desperately needed against Inter, but they did not have. Inter scored some scrappy goals, and also I also feel like. Uh, the Chelsea game also, I don't think he played. And first half of the season, they were not doing great because Rafinha was not there. Now that Rafinha is back, things are a bit different. And also the fact that even if you scored against them, I feel like if you score two again, and this is not jinxing or anything, I feel like any big team that gives them enough space and attacks them, they have trouble against slow blocks. But against big teams where they will get that space with Yamal, Rafinha on form, I feel they're gonna outscore. They can, and
Hmm.
they are gonna outscore.
So you are basically counting on Barca's heavy attack to basically carry them through the game instead
Heavy,
of.
heavy attack. Yeah,
Hmm.
definitely.
And that could
If
come
only
into
they
place
had
up.
like a
Uh,
prime Lewandowski at their nine, or like a Julian Alvarez at the nine, it would be a crazy good team. But that position where Ferran Torres is doing most of the heavy lifting at number nine is their only weak link in attack.
that is true. They are a threat in the attacking.
Does
Even, I mean,
Ferran
Yamal
Torres
has
know
now.
anyone personally in the Barcelona boardroom? Because I don't know why he's still in the team. I mean,
I can't make sense
No,
of this guy, Danny Olmo, playing a fake nine. He's a fake player. He should, he should not be in the squad, dude. What is he doing? I don't
false four
I don't
down
understand
line.
what his position is यार. खेलता क्या है वो करता क्या है पिच पे.
but Danny Olmo's form is not an issue because that Fermin Lopez guy has been on fire this season.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah, I
mm-hmm.
mean, Lopez is great.
He has
I'm
saved a lot
excited
of
for
games
the
for them.
next Clasico. It's always a good time to, and I'm happy Ayush told us because I had no clue what was happening in La Liga or the Super Cup.
I'm more excited now because now that I know that both sides are doing terribly defensively, then there will be a lot of goals, which is great for neutrals. But yeah, La Liga wrapped up, English Premier League wrapped up. We do have a
And
potential quiz lined up tomorrow. Yeah,
since we are still on that topic and we didn't have a stream around that time, what was your take on the City Madrid game this year?
City was horrible. We could have played much better. And I think the problem, I think, was that they got spooked by Madrid. Yeah, I think City has so much PTSD from facing Madrid. देख हर साल खेलना पड़ता है जो क्या है भाई नहीं खेलना यार हर साल कितना मिस करोगे उसको but I think that particular game we were still trying to figure out what our shape will be and now finally I can confidently predict कि अच्छा अगले हफ्ते what will be our team. Whereas at that time
Mm-hmm.
when City played Madrid, I could not have predicted who will be playing in the midfield. Now I know that okay, chalo, Nico and Reinders and Silla will be playing in the three, and then up front you'll have Foden and Cherki and then Haaland. But at that time I had no clue. So I think City
But it's
was
not
still in
that much of a
transition.
time gap as well because it's like what that game was on like 10th December and now it's like what 3 weeks ka gap.
But 3 weeks में बहुत change हो गया भाई City.
3 weeks
Weirdly
में
enough,
there have been like 10 games for City. So,
yeah.
Yeah, true, true.
but my understanding from the game was that both teams were playing with a 1 foot back. I
Hmm.
fucked up the phrase, sorry.
Hmm.
But the idea was both teams did not go all out. They were being cautious, both of them, because of the history and they very
I
different
think it's
teams.
always a very respectful game between our clubs.
Mhm.
Like there's no
Mhm.
lafda or anything that goes down.
No, I mean, oh my God, don't remind me. Do you remember a few seasons ago, 3-3 at
Yeah, yeah. The three
Bernabeu,
three at the
and then
Bernabeu.
1-1 at Etihad, and then the penalties?
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah, yeah.
was very heartbreaking, man. I mean, I did not enjoy that game. I was late up at night, and it was very cold that day also. It's just not a nice feeling.
And
It was
Kevin
especially
De
he was
Bruyne.
unreal.
De Bruyne was having such a good season up until that point, yeah. And that
He
fucking,
scored
Until
the
Unit's
equalizing
best
goal.
game for us,
yeah.
that second leg at the
I
Etihad.
think had we beat Madrid that season, we could have won the UCL easily.
Once again, yeah, for sure. Really
Yeah.
strong team back then also.
Uh,
Rodri.
so, uh, Given by going by Varun's point, just a small tidbit which I figured out doing some back calculation. Like you would have to go back, like before PSG this season, PSG broke that streak. You would have to go back a long way to find out a team that won the Champions League without beating Madrid or Barcelona.
That is
Mhm.
true. That is
Like
true.
PSG did it last season, but usse pehle if you go back, you have to go back to like 2007, 2008 probably. Not even that. Usse bhi pehle.
Which
2006.
is why it's sad that, like, because I remember ever since I was a child watching football, for me, Madrid and Barcelona have been like, okay, this is like the big club. Like, ठीक है, no, doesn't matter if you're at United, if you're moving to Madrid, it's a move up. Now, धीरे धीरे, because of the dominance of the English game and viewership or whatever, it
Yeah,
just feels like there is a shift in the guard, and La Liga sides,
definitely.
be it Madrid, Barca, I don't know. Money is winning, man, in the end.
True. If and a very good example is Villarreal. So the season Villarreal are having, uh, just before their game against Barcelona, they were having a season like if they won all their games in hand, they would be unbeatable. And
Yeah.
meanwhile, in the Champions League, they are holding 4-0 against Dortmund, 3-2 against Copenhagen. So it's like they're being bashed in the Champions League. So I don't know क्या quality problems हो रहा है ला लीगा
And
में.
even it's not even just the Champions League right now. Before, like Europa League used to be Sevilla, or was it, who was it? Who
Yes,
Sevilla.
always
Sevilla did
used
a
to win?
three-peat of the
Sevilla,
Europa
right?
League. A three-peat.
Huh. And now it's just whoever gets in, you're like, okay, English club is winning. Because the difference in the wages between the English club at the Europa League and a Spanish league at the Europa League is astronomical. Which is
True.
why, like, Chelsea didn't even register fucking Cole Palmer for Conference League until the finals came around. So that is a reflection on how football is moving forward, and how maybe the English Premier League is like the Indian Premier League, a cancer to the sport. But I digress. This
हैवी हो गया भाई
doesn't
अचानक
help
से.
our 118 charges, Akshat.
हैवी मैं वही कह रहा था
Does
हैवी
not
हो
help
वो
गया
us.
तो हो
अचानक
गया.
से.
Indoor arbitration has been done.
But the week leading up to that arbitration, right? Indian news media वाले इतने गंदे हैं ना. Every day of the week I was getting, oh, update on the 118 charges. This happened. I was like, oh shit, क्या हो गया, क्या हो गया? मैं काम पे बाहर निकल के जा रहा हूँ, न्यूज चेक कर रहा हूँ, कुछ नहीं हुआ.
मैं अभी वो नेग्रेरा
Clickbait.
लेके करता हूँ.
But नहीं यार, Ayush, I think you should be more hopeful. Nico Paz is coming. January
Yeah,
window.
another midfielder. Good.
Have fun choosing both.
Exactly.
Chalo, I think then we have everything wrapped up. Do we have anything to add? Did we miss out something? I don't think so.
I think Akshat has something.
I feel Varun, you were talking about tomorrow. It just got
Yeah,
lost
we
in
do
between the
have a quiz
discussion.
lined up for tomorrow, which is a tentative. And if we do have that quiz, we are going to put up a live tomorrow. So please do join us for that quiz. It's going to be our year-end quiz, and we are also going to do predictions for the next game week, which is something that we are going to keep up. Uh, you are not going to hear us from 2 months from now. We are going to be a bit more regular with this,
Yeah.
but hoping don't do that, man. You remind me of that Gyökeres ad
Well,
that Arsenal had.
no, no, I was
Such
doing
a
Paulo
cringe-worthy
Dybala,
ad.
man. Dybala.
We'll
Oh,
we'll pick up in the second half of the season like Man City.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Who is our
I
Arsenal
was
then?
I was practicing my celebration every time I answer a correct question tomorrow.
I
देख लो मैं रेफरी
so
हूँ तो मेरे को जो
I don't
सेलिब्रेशन पसंद
watch
आएगी।
a lot of Premier League, but just because we are talking about Gyökeres, I just feel like the solution Arsenal thought Gyökeres would be, he couldn't turn out to be that, and that's what's limiting them. I feel like.
नो बट आई थिंक दिस इज व्हाट आई इंडिकेटेड इन द फर्स्ट एपिसोड राइट कि भाई वो नहीं है भाई अच्छा स्ट्राइकर। वो पोर्टो के लिए गोल मार रहा है डोमेस्टिक लीग में। ही इज एट मैक्स 15 गोल अ सीजन वाला प्लेयर।
But दूसरा ऑप्शन भी तो सेस्को था ना. What is he doing?
They could have honestly, Osimhen could have been a good player for Arsenal. I
Yeah,
think they need someone with that energy. Arsenal में एक राइस, एक तो he's, I don't know if you saw the game, the London derby, North London derby. There was a
yeah,
challenge on Simmons by Rice, and
I
Arsenal
saw.
was winning easily. They were winning like 3-0 or something. And Rice was being such a dick. I was like, dude, you're doing too much. Like ऐसा नहीं होता कि एक अच्छा वो लड़का है उसको गंदी रील्स देख के आ गया वो एटीट्यूड चढ़ गया उसमें।
Edits. He needed to get into edits.
He saw there are two
किसके हेड
wolves
में घुस रहा
inside
है
him.
भाई? भाई वो बंदा
भेड़िया.
हार्ड नहीं है भाई। ही इज नॉट हार्ड। वो डेक्लन राइस है भाई। वो राइस राइस बेबी करके नाचता है। दैट शिट इज
This
नॉट टफ।
England World Cup campaign is gonna be cinema.
यू मीन अ शेक्सपियरियन ट्रेजेडी?
Hopefully not, given the Bellingham fan that I am. Hopefully not.
Should be
आई वाज
fun,
गोइंग टू
man.
बाय
This
एन इंग्लैंड
this
किट।
World Cup should be fun.
आई वाज गोइंग टू बाय एन इंग्लैंड किट बट देन आई सॉ द मैच अगेंस्ट नामीबिया। Was it now they were playing friendlies 3 months ago where they
So
got beat 3-1?
no, no, no. It can't be that because they are yet to concede under Tuchel.
No, no, there was a friendly. It was not a club World Cup
Okay,
qualifier.
okay.
It was a friendly, and I think Senegal. It was Senegal. They lost 3-1 to Senegal. I was like, यार जर्मनी का किट मंगा लेता हूँ ज्यादा सुंदर लग रहा है।
Chalo, we'll see. We'll talk about it when the time comes. We'll cross that bridge.
So with that, we wrap up today. Thank you for joining our stream. Thank you, Abhinav, for
Thank you. Thank you.
remaining active in that comment section. Please join us tomorrow for the quiz if there is one tomorrow. And that is all from today. Blue Moon. Bye bye.
Good night, guys.